Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's me, Andrew Westmoreland, your centrist voice of reason in a time of hyper-partisan lunacy. So, I have to do another video. This time we're going to be talking about flat earth theory. I really didn't want to do this. I didn't think I would have to do this, but unfortunately I have a lot of people on my Facebook and on Twitter who just don't seem to understand basic physics. So I'm going to show you a couple of examples of why the Earth is not flat, that it is in fact a sphere, and that we are moving through space. So let's get down to that. So as you just saw, I did the old physics bucket trick. Basically put some water in it, and obviously if you dump the bucket upside down, it's just going to pour all over the floor. But when you spin it, the water stays in the bucket. That's an example of centrifugal force and centripetal force. In reality, it is centripetal force. It draws downwards. So if this is an example of what the bucket looks like when it's spinning, you would be in the center, and the edges are your diameter of your spinning of the bucket. The force appears to want to go outward, it would just fly out of the bucket, right? Or actually the opposite of that. It would want to stay in the bucket, but then the centripetal force actually is pushing downwards towards the center. So this is like this is the spinning of the Earth. So if you look at it as a circle again, flat earthers will say that because the Earth is spinning so fast, everything would want to just fly off. And then also understand we're spinning around the sun. So I don't know. It's this thing like this is pretty basic stuff here. You're not going to fly off because mass. The greater the mass, the more you are drawn to it. So if this is the moon, which clearly this is a smaller scale, but if this is the moon, this is going to have less mass than this. It's not really difficult to understand this concept. It's just not. If this this is just so ridiculous I'm doing this. If this spins at a very high velocity, let's say it starts spinning around its axis at like 50,000 miles an hour, then it's going to start ripping itself apart. It's just the gravity will be canceled out. The gravitational forces will be canceled out. With this, we're already moving at about 2,000 miles an hour, spinning every day. And then it's something like 10,000 miles an hour around the sun. Well, because of this mass, that 2,000 mile an hour is not going to cause everything to fly off. The water, the atmosphere, people. We're not going to fly off because of the mass is stronger. Now, if you were to increase the speed of rotation, yeah, then we can discuss that. But also another thing that's interesting, I read some articles years ago that the Earth does not look like this. It is not a perfect sphere. In fact, it is elongated from the sides. It's more of an ovoid, and that is because it is spinning. The forces are pulling the Earth this way. And in fact, there's another article I saw that showed that the Earth has actually increased in its diameter. And that is because of, again, that spinning force, as well as the tectonic forces and the pressure inside of the mantle and core is actually pushing the planet outward. Now we're talking millions and millions of years. It's, I doubt it's gonna blow up or anything anytime soon, but this is just how this is. So, just off the bat, which one do you think makes more sense? This, or something that looks like this? Now, the idea with the flat earthers is they think that if you were up here and you came over here, you would just fall off the side into space. But they're not taking into account, I don't know, basics. We're talking about gravity. Gravity moves things downwards towards the center. So you could stand right here, you can stand right here, you can stand right here, and you're not going to fall off because there's no downward force in space. There is zero gravity. It is a vacuum. We're talking about microgravity here. It is, things in space are just literally suspended. The only reason things are moving and churning is because of high mass objects interfering or interacting with smaller mass objects. The smaller mass object is going to be attracted to this bigger thing, and it's going to, if it can get caught inside of into an orbit, or it could be slingshotted away. This is pretty basic stuff. We can see this through our telescopes, our probes. This is not something that is made up. Like, I don't understand. Like, these people just are anti-science and logic and reason. And we're living in this post-fact age where my belief is stronger than actual reality around me. I'm gonna be honest. I was one of the people, if you're familiar with the conscious movement in the black community, I want to say as far as 2013, I was caught up in a lot of that weird pseudoscience, metaphysics stuff. This is not to say I'm not spiritual, but a lot of the stuff was just garbage, complete garbage. Ideas that if you grow your hair out long, you're gonna have super strength or something like Samson. That you could somehow develop powers to fly like Superman, and all this other stuff that just isn't founded in any science. You know, I would love for superheroes to be real, but where are they? They don't exist. They don't exist in this reality, in this dimension. So trying to perpetuate this idea that these things exist is not founded in science, logic, reason, or a rational mind. So when we have people that are still talking about a flat earth in 2017, I have to question this. Is this literally people who think that? Like, who started this phenomenon? Was it an organic thing that just kind of grew because people are ignorant, and that shows how terrible the American school system is? That people literally regress backwards hundreds of years to where they thought the earth was flat? Or is this some sort of weird thing perpetuated by, I don't know, someone's doing some like cosmic trolling, like planetary trolling? You know, some organization is doing this for shits and giggles, where they're intentionally experimenting on the human mind to see how stupid people can be, how far they will go, and the most outrageous things they'll believe in. I don't know. I want to know what you think. Comment down below and tell me what you think. I fully expect flat earthers to come, but yeah, tell me what you think. Do you think the earth is flat, or do you think it is a ovoid? Highly welcome your comments, even if you are a flat earther. Yes, I will respond to your comments. I enjoy this. I want to know what you think. So if you liked this video, hit that like button. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. You will get to see amazing content. I usually am here about 3-4 times a week. That's what I'm trying to do. Also got a fantastic podcast. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's Andrew Westmoreland here from the Indie Press Podcast, and this is a plug for that show. If you like political commentary, if you like centrist viewpoints, if you like someone who doesn't hold back, cusses, fusses, and tells it like it is, this is the show for you.